Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and today I'm going to be showing you how I propagate my Hoya. So this is the fastest and easiest way that I have found to propagate my Hoya and lots of other plants, but specifically today I'm going to be focusing on my Hoya, mostly this gorgeous Hoya Chelsea that I picked up at Home Depot. So we're going to be giving her a bit of a haircut. And then these cuttings and propagations will be available in my Etsy shop, hopefully soon, as soon as she roots. So, we lost a sad little dry leaf. I have a splitting headache. I'm sorry. I am just trying to get this done today. I took some Advil. I'm drinking my green tea, some fancy tea from Mount Fuji. Tastes like green tea. So, I have some new equipment. I have a ring light over here. I've got a new microphone. Hopefully you can hear me and see me well. I have a new phone coming in the mail like either Monday or Tuesday, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully the quality is gonna get a little bit better around here soon. I'm harassing my mom to let me put some shelves on this wall. She's not into it. I want a nicer filming space. You know, it's almost a new year. I've been doing this for almost a year in not even a week, right? What's today? I don't know. It was like the beginning of December. I have to find the actual date and let you guys know because I might be doing a live stream on that day just to kind of like celebrate being on YouTube for a year. And I haven't done a live stream in a long time, and I enjoy those, and I think you guys do too. So it'll be nice to reconnect and reminisce on the last year on YouTube and all the struggles of 2020. It's good. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is I got these plastic containers from Target. Super inexpensive super inexpensive glass containers. Plastic containers that are clear lid so that the light can come through on the lid. So that the light can come through to the plants. I'm gonna fill this up a couple of inches with some sphagnum moss. Is that a bag of spag? I don't know why that's funny. I need sleep. Has anybody else's sleeping schedule been so jacked up? Like, I can't for the life of me I want to take a nap right now. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably like noon. And I just want to take a nap. But I can't. The problem is I listen to my professors and I want to fall asleep and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I'm like, no, don't sleep because then you won't sleep later, right? And then later, I can't sleep. You should have taken a nap. It's fine. Anyway, I'm going to put some spag in the bottom of this container. And then I have a cup of water. I'm going to get the sphagnum nice and moist. I don't want it to be soaking wet, but we want it to be wet enough that it can actually like stay nice and moist in there, because this is my favorite way to propagate, because I know I loved water propagating for the longest time, don't get me wrong, and I feel like water propagating is like the lazy person's favorite way to propagate. You literally just cut it and plop it in some water. I'm telling you, this is like 1 or 2 extra steps. Like, you literally just get some spag, get it wet, plop the cuttings in there, close the lid, and forget about it. I mean, don't forget about it completely if you're new to this style of propagating. You want to make sure that you have the moisture level and the humidity level down correctly. So I will open mine every couple of days and just like let them have some air and check on them and make sure that nothing's getting like rotted or like moldy even. So you definitely want to be careful. You need some airflow in there. So depends on the plant. Hoyas, they're pretty hardy, so these are kind of like a set it and forget it, like prop box. Like, once you've got it down and I love it. I never thought that I would love propagating my plants this way so much. I was a water propagation girl 100% of the time, and I just loved how cute they look and that you can see the roots, but this is just as satisfying, and if anything, it's more satisfying because they don't just grow roots. A lot of my plants are straight up growing in their little prop boxes. So if you want to see some of those, I will link somewhere the last video that I did where I'm showing you my greenhouse, which is over here, which I keep pointing at it. Okay, so I've got my moss. I've got my Hoya ready to be cut. Look at her, she's out of control. And I've got my cup of water. So I'm just gonna pour some in here. And I'm gonna smush it around. Just wanna make sure that I have a nice damp layer of moss, just to keep the plants from falling over. Mostly you want to make sure that you can stick them like deep enough in there without the leaves sitting on top of the moist moss either, because I have had a couple of leaves rot from that, so you just want to be careful. And you want to make sure you're breaking up any dried together chunks of moss that you might have, especially if I know you can buy it like in bulk. Sometimes it comes like super compact twigs in it and shit. I've made a little moss bed and I think that should be good. And I'm looking underneath because I'm making sure there's no water sitting under here. I don't want this to be soaking wet, so I can't really show you, but hopefully you can tell that there's no water. Hi, there's no water like pooling up under here. Now that that is set, I'm actually just gonna place it out of the way for now. Just moss all over my fingers. So I have this Hoya Chelsea that I picked up in this 8-inch basket. Definitely got lucky, and this is a beautiful plant. So I'm going to be having most of these obviously as inventory for my Etsy shop. There's nothing in it right now. I apologize. I'm waiting for some stuff to root because I'd rather sell you guys rooted plants and like established plants than just like some cuttings that you may or may not be successful rooting on your own. So I enjoy the process of watching them grow and propagating them so much that like I don't mind holding on to them for a little bit longer. We'll bring my Monstera back in frame. Oh girl, you're so pretty. Move you back a little, we're a little close. I've got my moss and I've got my plant, and I wish I had a table. That would be super, super helpful. But I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna look for places where I have leaves that have nodes, and I'm just gonna cut with my scissors. So I don't like to cut ones that have a lot of new growth coming out of them either, like tendrils that are still growing. Like I don't really want to cut this and risk like stunting its growth. So I try to go for like some of the older leaves that are a little bit deeper in the pot. Good one here. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna slice it. I don't know if you could see where I cut it. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of places for this to grow. I'm just gonna keep cutting for now, putting them in a pile, and then I'm gonna wash them and put them in here. I'm excited. All of these cuttings in the sink with some warm water. I'm gonna wash them. So I'm gonna give them a nice little soak. I do this, obviously I need to clean these leaves, but I also do this every time I take cuttings because I just want to make sure that there's no pests or anything going on before I propagate them, and I always try to make sure that everything is nice and clean and good and pest-free before I send them out. So these are all the cuttings. Some of them are bigger than others. These will make really, really great starter plants, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. So I'm gonna fill this up with water. and just like honestly some hand soap. And I'm gonna soak them and give them like a nice little scrub. Make sure everything is nice and clean. Can't get over how cute these are. Look how cute these are. These leaves are some of my favorite leaves. They're like heart-shaped, and they've got these cute little dimples. They make these little cuppies. Like, how can you not think this is the cutest thing? They're definitely overpriced. I'm glad that I was able to pick this up at Home Depot for a good price and be able to share them with you guys. So she's all chopped up and clean and happy. So I'm going to get my moss. Literally all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cutting here. So here's a cutting, and this is the way I want it to grow. This is gonna be a really happy plant. So I'm just gonna stick this in, and boom, we got a Chelsea. I'm literally just gonna keep doing this. Got another really beautiful starter plant here. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy, right? That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fill up this box. So I've got all the Chelsea in the box, looking super cute, ready to root up. Lots of really nice cuttings in here. So I've got my plastic container. I am gonna let it like kind of just breathe a little bit because it's pretty wet in there, but maybe in like an hour or so I'm gonna put the lid on it, and that's it. Sorry for my ring light glare. But yeah, this is what it should look like when you're all done. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see updates on how this goes and to show you how I propagate even more of my plants this way, doing some experiments, maybe even with plants I haven't tried to propagate this way yet, like my string of hearts. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me, especially if I decide to go live for my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. I will let you know the date as soon as I figure it out. And yeah, I hope that you liked it, and hopefully we have a better setup soon because this is getting a little ridiculous. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you've been here this whole entire time with me, you have no idea how much it means to me. So I have some more plant shopping videos on deck for you guys. Obviously, they might be less frequent just because the whole Rona thing is starting to get a little bit out of control where I live again. So until there's a vaccine, I might be staying home. So I plan on doing a lot more videos like this, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I also just got my soil from Becca de la Plants. She makes her own soil mix, and I'm gonna show you guys some plants that I'm gonna repot with it and let you know how I like it so that you can buy it too, because I'm sure it's great because she's great and her plants are really happy. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys. I hope you all had a very happy and safe Thanksgiving, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Don't forget to shop local. Okay, thank you. Bye.